Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing U.S. immigration, specifically marriage visas. We're talking about the CR-1, IR-1, and the K-3. To be clear, just as a preface, K-3s are not really all that routinely issued in my experience. I've been dealing with K-3s since even before they did what was called administrative closure at the National Visa Center. That said, there are a discrete subset of cases where a K-3 may pop up, but for the most part, you're probably not going to be dealing with a K-3. So we're talking primarily about immigrant spouse visas of either the CR-1 or IR-1 category. First off, what's the difference? One is conditional, one is unconditional, meaning that the conditions of one's residence does not exist in the IR-1 category, whereas it is a conditional category in the CR-1 category if you're married for less than 2 years at the time of arrival in the United States in immigrant status. That said, what we're talking about in this video is planning. And what am I talking about with regard to planning? I made another video contemporaneously with this one talking about the K-1 fiance visa and why you really need to have a game plan with respect to what do you want? What are your desires long term with regard to getting your loved one access to the United States? And the reason I say this is because, for example, in the K-1 context, you got to deal with adjustment of status. And that means a fairly significant expense in terms of time and resources spent in the United States dealing with U.S. immigration therein to get the green card and travel documentation and things like that issued. Meanwhile, dealing with a marriage visa, you don't necessarily have to jump through all those hoops once you're in the United States, but in a way, many of those hoops are front-loaded into the immigration process in the form of things like NVC processing, which doesn't exist in the K-1 context. In short, generally speaking, it takes longer and it's more expense in terms of time and resources to get a marriage visa up front. But there may be benefits to having it after arrival in the United States because you have more ease of travel, for example, to and from the United States. Point I'm trying to make here, you need to make some long-term plans if you're looking at the U.S. immigration process. I say this, and it's sad to say, because I remember a time when all of this took a matter of weeks or months. In fact, in the case of U.S. marriage visas, we used to have a local USCIS office right here in Bangkok. I used to file a number of cases there every year, and we could usually get things done in a matter of months, literally in some cases a matter of weeks. And that has gone. That is no longer the case. You're looking at multiple months, possibly years, dealing with the marriage visa process. Even in the fiance categories, you're looking at multiple months to get one of those issued. So again, those who are looking at immigration to the United States, especially for a loved one, let's presume here in Thailand, it's definitely a very good idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to plan for your immigration experience.